Welcome back to the finals of our Cologne Legacy Cup. We played 6 rounds of Swiss, and this is the final of the top 8, where the players are playing for the ELM qualification. We have a matchup between Cephalid Breakfast by Lorenzo and Plana Nexus by Christian. We will take a quick look at the decklists. Cephalid Breakfast by Lorenzo. Lorenzo being a passionate breakfast player for, well, as long as I know him, at least. Lorenzo being a local, coming to our Cologne local events, playing a lot of breakfast there. Breakfast, fast combo deck, which with the banning of Nado undergoing a little bit of change, where we see still the traditional breakfast combo of Cephalid Illusionists, Nomads Encore, and Shuko, but including Tamio as a win condition on its own and Murktide Regent. Paired with quite some disruption, right? Swords to Plowshares, Teferi Time Reveler can bounce things, Prismatic Ending, and Orum's Chant for undisrupted combo turns. So potentially quick games. On the other side, Mono Blue Cloudpost by Christian, deck that is big mana, has Khan the Great Creator to giving access to all the sideboard cards, and having a little bit of a pivot plan, I assume, for the fair matchups with Barrowglyphs in the sideboard. So let's see where things are going. The final round of our event. Thank you again to Ultimate Guard for supporting us for the whole event with prizes for the top 8. On the left side, you see Lorenzo on several breakfasts. On the right side, Christian. Lorenzo going down to 6, and Christian keeping 7. Christian being on the play, being the higher player in Swiss. Or coming out of the Swiss. So no particularly very strong turn 1s, no turn 1 nomads. So relying on basics. Passing back to Lorenzo. Both players very much experience with their decks, playing fast. Lorenzo resolving a Ponder. Drawing for the Ponder, no shuffle. Sign of strength by Lorenzo. Lorenzo passing the turn, end of turn, Christian casting Kozilek's command, scrying 2 and creating 2 tokens, bringing him down to 18. To Googleite and run response. Scry 2, both to the top. Access to blue mana. Stock up. Stock up resolves. Both players scalping their hands to eventually get to what they really want to do. no wastelands in the matchup. This, I would assume, a good sign for Christian. Traditionally, Cephalid Breakfast also deck being easy to disrupt with wastelands. I think it went better with the removal of Naru. Another Ponder. Again, no shuffle. Draw, Words of Saga trigger. Passing the turn. Planar Nexus enabling big mana. That looks like an Ugin. Yes, 7 mana. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Forest pitching Tami or Christian forces back. Pitching Lorien reveals, bringing Christian down to 17. Lorenzo forcing back, pitching Murktide Regent. And another force. So this Ugin was forced through.
Ach so. Wie viel war ich dann? 16. Techniker.
He gains 3 life and draws a card, so plussing the Ugin. Playing a Disruptor Flute. Naming Cephalid Illusionist. Lorenzo drawing for turn, putting the Saga on 2. Brainstorm. At this point, Lorenzo needs to find answers. I don't think constructs will be enough at this point to combat what, like, all the mana and the Ugin that Christian has going on. Orum's chant in Christian's upkeep, so no spells for him this turn. No spells, but you can plus the Ugin, 3 life and the card. That's a good deal.
Kann ich vergessen, oder? Ja.
Saga picking up. Lorenzo deciding what to do. Floating mana. No constructs. Finding Shuko. So this is interesting. He didn't cast this Orange Charmed beginning of his turn. So Cephalid Illusionist is out of reach because it costs 3 more. So no combo this turn, I would assume. Maybe a possibility to handle the Disruptor Flute. Handling the Disruptor Flute with a Prismatic Ending. And so going down to 17 here, but life totals probably not be super important in this matchup. If you're wondering why all the rattling noise on the rounds before is gone, that's just because it's the finals and there's like 10 to 15 people standing in a circle around this table watching in complete silence, which was really cool. Christian casting another Disruptive Flute, naming Cephalid Illusionist again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Karn is on 11, so could potentially even minus
Also X-Ray, ja. Mit Scry und Tokens.
you as much as I don't know what this means. It means you can search your library for any number of colorless non-land cards, exile them, and then shuffle. Until end of turn, you may cast those cards without paying them mana cost. So
Sechs, oder?
Das kostet 2 farblos, da haben wir jetzt 2 Action Tools. 10 und so. Sind insgesamt 10 Mana da. Aber er geht nur auf 16, nicht auf 14.
life totals being corrected. And Christian currently thinking about his scry. He paid 10 mana, so I think he's scrying 8. I did miss how many he did scry to the top. I don't think it's very important at this point in the game. By the way, the Disruptor Flute named Force of Will. That's a sign of important spells for Christian to come. So he is not in trying to prevent Lorenzo's combo mode, but you know, doing his thing. Now ultimating the Ugin Eye of Storms. This results in Lorenzo scooping. To be honest, I don't know what he would have done at this point. Let's have a quick look at the breakfast sideboard. I could imagine Lorenzo bringing in Consign to Memory, Pithing Needle against Ugin, or the One Ring, Surgical Extraction, maybe. Force of Negation for Ugin and the One Ring, and Serenity as well. What comes out? Swords of Plowshare is probably not a very good card against Christian. Other than that, I think it's a little bit left and right, maybe. Nothing in particular stands out to be absolutely useless against Christian, and other stuff is combo pieces. So let's see how it will go in the next game for Lorenzo. Let's look at Christian's deck list as well quickly. I could imagine him bringing in the Disruptor Flute. Grafdigger's Cage is a good card against the Cephalid Illusionist combo. However, he might want the access to the Grafdigger's Cage with Karn. So here again, you know, if you're an expert to the deck, you probably know if you let it in, or if you let it in the sideboard, or if you bring it in to the game. Maybe Force of Negation comes in as an additional chance to counter a Dread Return, but we will see if this is coming up. Let's go to game 2. Sideboarding is done. I think Lorenzo's going down to 6 again. This time being on the play. No, not going down to 6. Kept 7. Christian kept 7 as well. Let's go to game 2. Lorenzo fetching on Tundra? Yes, Tundra playing Nomads and Core. Christian playing Osa's Tower. And now, can Lorenzo do a turn 2 combo? Attacking, of course. No turn 2 combo. Wondering. Thinking about the ponder. Probably looking for combo pieces, or maybe just like pieces to protect his combo. So against a blue deck, which has access to Force of Will or Force of Negation, I think a layer of protection for your own combo is worth a lot. Yeah, just about to say. Surveil trigger, surveying to the top. He knew the card on the top. Nexus. So access to 4 mana now. Khan. So Khan does not directly prevent the combo if Nomads and Core is used. But anyway, Lorenzo decides to use a Force of Negation pitching if every time rather than Illusionists and comboing off. Mill 2, Mill 3, Mill 6. Question's scooping it up. Interesting that Question is not waiting if Lorenzo has all the required cards in hand. Uh, that brings the game to 1-1. We're progressing to the very last game of the day. This game will decide if either Lorenzo or Christian will take home the ELM qualifier spot. Will it go to Cologne, Leverkusen, or will it go to Siegen? I think Christian visiting us from Siegen. Both great guys, so
Zweimal eins Filter in blau.
Thunder Trap Trainer, response fetch.
Trigger.
Surveilling. Thunder Trap Trainer, trigger, resolving. Lorenzo still needs to resolve his surveil. Once finishing the shuffling. And we are currently in Christian's main phase. Surveil? Trigger?
Trigger.
Still Christian's main phase. Taking the force from the Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay. Flooded Strand, casting Nomads on call. Or to go. Or cantripping. Let's see. Thinking. Nomads on core. It is. We know about the force. I would be surprised if he forces here. It's usually not what you force. On this tower. So Christian has all the mana he needs. He has 1, 4, 6 mana. If I'm counting correctly. So no Ugin, but a Karn plus getting a card plus casting the card should not be a problem. So Karn minus Disruptor Flute, casting Disruptor Flute is definitely possible. Passing the turret. Surveilling again. And the city sewers. Lorenzo looking for pieces. Combo pieces, maybe. Protection for the combo. But he knows about the force, so he cannot just force. He cannot just go into the combo without any protection. Disruptor Flute. Again, I'm interested to see what Christian is naming. If he's naming Cephalid Illusionist again, or if he's going for Tuko or Nomads Encore. Thinking. So what does Lorenzo think about? This is still end of turn for Christian. Lorenzo has resolved the Surveil, then getting priority again. Christian decided to cast a Disruptor Flute. It's on the stack. So Lorenzo can force it, can force of negation it, can force of will it, which he is doing. Force of negation, pitching, force of will. Interesting. Force of will back, pitching. I don't know what this card is, I would need to look it up. I think it's called waterlogged pitchings. Yes. We are in Lorenzo's turn. The Disruptor Flute resolve. I don't miss what it was about. I think he put it on Cephalid Illusionist again. It's been taken care of by Prismatic Ending. And Christian's main phase, another Planar Nexus. That should bring him to 7 mana. So, passing the turn, interesting. That's a drawing for turn, playing an island. Passing it back. Now Christian is casting the Waterlogged Teaching. Search your library for an instant card or a card with flash. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Interestingly, this can look for Kozilek's command. Dismembers Force of Will, Force of Negation, sink into Super, but it can also look for another Disruptor Flute if he has one. And according to his deck list, he has 1 in the sideboard and 2 in the main. Now casting 1 ring. See if Lorenzo wants to fight over that. No. The 1 ring resolves. Trigger. Protection trigger. Question now drawing from the 1 ring. Land drop, another tower. Sucker. So many cards for Christian. So many cards, so much mana. Two cards in hand for Lorenzo. Lorenzo drawing for turn. It looked like a Force of Will. Chance. Judge intervening here because Christian has protection from everything. That means Lorenzo cannot target him with Orange Chant. So that's being reversed. Lorenzo passing the turn. So now I would be surprised if this is not a big turn for Christian. He has drawn so many cards. He resolved to stock up last turn. He has the One Ring, so he draws 3 cards in total, 2 from the One Ring, 1 from his natural draw. He should have what he needs to have a big impact on the game. Casting a Disruptor Flute. End of turn. Naming Cephalid Illusionist. Cephalid Illusionist. Apologies. Drawing the 3rd card. Of the One Ring. Casting another Nexus. Playset of Nexus is out. So this is a critical spot. He had enough mana to play Karn and also get Lattice and cast Lattice. Yes, so that's what he's doing. Karn, kicking it down, casting Lattice. And if that's resolving, I would assume that's pretty much game. Possible cast, pitching, Illusionist. Well, that buys a little time, but if that was the Illusionist, the only one that Lorenzo had, then now he has no cards in hand. Top deck, Cephalid Illusionist might win. But if Christian downticks to the Karn and finds another flute or another way to stop the Nomad. Now, Kozilek's command removing the Nomad. And that's game. Congrats to Christian. Christian taking down our ELM qualifier spots. Even though it doesn't go to our local Lorenzo, I'm very happy for Christian. He's a great guy. Congrats and hopefully see you next year.